For participants. Okay, shall we start, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Myself, Mr. Mahesh Harishindra Sinde from fourth year. Hope you all are doing great in lockdown. I am here with another interesting medicine case. Last time I presented a case of Bernil toxicity in dog, and we had great brainstorming. Today, hoping for the same kind of healthy discussion here. This case is not just about filariasis, but also related to blood transfusion. At the end of presentation, I want everyone just to ponder over things like need of blood transfusion, especially in large animal, and the need of awareness and research over this arena. Let's start. So this is our pretty but sick patient, Rani. Rani is female HF cross, cow weighing 390 kg. On day first, this female cow was presented to veterinary hospital with history of inhabitants, reduced milk production, coughing, and lacrimation. On clinical examination, we found increased temperature to 105 degree Fahrenheit, and physical examination revealed that swollen superficial lymph nodes. This one photo is from prescapular lymph node. You can see it clearly. And vaginal mucous membrane was icteric with petechial hemorrhages. Uh, in this picture, you can see it clearly. By consideration all these signs and symptoms, animal was suspected for hemoprotozoal disease like Babesia, Theileria, Anaplasma, etc. Hence, for confirmatory diagnosis, blood sample was collected and sent to laboratory. On day first, most of the signs and symptoms coincides with hemoprotozoal disease. Hence, initial treatment was given as follows. Antiprotozoal drug diamylin acetate was given along with OTC antibiotic and ketoprofen to reduce body temperature. And supportive treatment with B complex injection, oral hematinics, and oral liver tonics was given. And the owner was suggested to give prebiotics and probiotics powder for easy digestion. On day two, owner came with the same kind of compliments, and animal was showing same sign and symptoms except a slight change in temperature. We can see there was temperature of 103.5 degree Fahrenheit. So only the slight change was there, and remaining sign and symptoms was same. So, and on day second, blood reports of first day collected blood revealed severe decrease in hemoglobin level to 5.5. You can see in a red mark. And other blood parameters were normal or nearly equal to normal. And most important is Theileria species detected in blood. Actually, this photograph is from internet just to see the coach blue bodies.
Can you please highlight where are the bodies?
Hello.
No. No. Can you please highlight where you see the coach blue bodies?
Yes, sir. Okay. 1 minute.
Yeah. You can pick up a laser pointer and then highlight it. ठीक है, it's okay. पुढे जाऊ आपण परत येऊ मागे नंतर.
Yeah,
So go
I'm
ahead.
finding
Go
very
ahead with the
pointer.
presentation.
Okay, let's go to next slide.
Yeah.
But we can see this is a lymphocytes, and this dotted exactly the central cell. We can see coach blue bodies.
Okay.
So this Theileria species were detected. Hence, afterward, a specific treatment that is bupropion was given with OTC and continuous supportive treatment. On day three, patient came with same sign and symptoms. Even after specific treatment, expected kind of improvement not shown by animal. Hence, again, blood sample was collected and sent to laboratory. On day 3, this follow-up treatment was given along with iron sucrose. On day 4, second blood report came, which was showing continuous decrease in hemoglobin level. If you remember, on day first, it was 5.5, and in this second blood report, it is showing 4.3. Means hemoglobin level was still decreasing. Same sign and symptoms was shown by animal. Hence, Wade decided to go for blood transfusion because this animal was showing same as sign and symptoms, and this discouraging results. Because of these discouraging results, Waits decided to go for blood transfusion. And another reason is chances of survival in blood transfusion are fair when bupropion is given and animal have the HB more than 3.5, and animal is standing with slight feeding, walking normally without muscular teaching. This same was going with our patient. Hence, blood transfusion is the only option we have. Here I have shortly mentioned what are the steps in the blood transfusion. There is always chance of death of animal because of this. Of course, it is a risky procedure. So firstly, healthy donor was selected. Generally, donor should be non-pregnant, docile, and without history of hemoptysis disease in last 6 months. So such kind of donor was selected. In next step, major cross matching was done. We all know there are two types of cross matching: major and minor cross matching. On field level cross matching, major cross matching is most important, followed by most of weights. In this major cross matching, 2 drops of serum from recipient cow is mixed with 2 drops of blood from donor cow, and we observe it for the micro or macro agglutination. In this case, we didn't see any kind of agglutination. Hence, in the last step, uh, in third step, that is 2 liters of compatible blood was collected from that selected donor. Before doing the actual transfusion, following pre-medications was given to the recipient cow. That is the injection D25, injection beta phosphone to increase cellular level phosphorylation and just to provide energy. Betamethasone to betamethasone is corticosteroid to reduce allergic reaction, and CPM to for the same. For first 30 minutes, transfusion rate was kept very slow and continuous, and there was continuous monitoring on heart rate, and reaction were observed keenly. We must stop blood transfusion if animal shows reactions like piloerection, swollen vulva, shivering, fever, abnormal tail and neck movements. In this case, no reaction was shown by animal. Hence, after 30 minutes, infusion speed was increased. After completion of blood transfusion, for follow-up treatment was given, and it was continued for subsequent feeds. Due to this following progression by animal in this is the uh, progression of animal in next 2 weeks. So firstly, animals started feeding just after blood transfusion. This was very surprising. And next, fever subsided for 3 days, but gradually it decreased and came to normal, and decreased the severity of sign and symptoms. And eventually, mucous membrane become, and swollen lymph nodes was also become normal eventually. And most important, after the third blood report, which was taken in fourth week of disease progression, this shows no means absence of any kind of parasite in blood. So this was about the case. Here I have mentioned ideal drug of choice for filariasis infection. There is a Butalex, Berynyl, Daxol. and I have also mentioned prices of in market. And lastly, what is the control of filariasis? Accurate sites can be used to control ticks, and OTC in many areas, OTC can be used as a chemoprophylaxis. And in India, vaccine Rakshavac T is a seasonal vaccine is available. So this is about control. That's it. Thank you.
That's a very good presentation. Do you want to please transfer the controls back to me?
Hello, sir.
Uh,
Control.
you want to control back to me?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about this case?
Yes, sir. If anyone have question, you can ask.
Acha, Mahesh,
Hello.
where you have seen this case? In where, which area?
Sir, I am living in Karzat. So